Now, when from and to remapping is working well, what we are missing is to control the axis in which our transform animation will be played. So let's open our controller transform script. First, let's add public vector3 variable called inAxis with the default value vector3.1. Now we need to create a function which will change values only in the axis which we would like to modify. Let's create public vector3 result in axis method with the 3 parameters. First parameter will be vector3 original vector, which will hold original value if we don't want to change specific axis. Second parameter will be type of float and the name float result. This will be changing our values in specific axis. And the last one will be vector3 in axis, which will be representing the axis we would like to change. First, let's store original values to new xyz variables. So float x equals original vector.x, float y equals original vector.y, and float z equals original vector.z. Now let's check which axis we would like to change. So if inAxis.x doesn't equal 0, that means we would like to change it. Our new x variable equals float result times inAxis.x. The reason we are using multiply by inAxis.x instead of just float result is that the inAxis vector variable is represented by 3 floats, so we can use them as additional multipliers. To continue, let's do the same for y and z. And finish the function with return new vector3 x, y, and z. Now let's create function which give us original values. So let's create private vector3 getTransform function. Now let's create switch according to our animation type. And for position, let's return myTransform.localPosition. For rotation, return myTransform.localRotation.EulerAngles. For scale, return myTransform.localScale. And for rect position, let's cast myTransform to rectTransform and return anchored position 3D. And the last is default value and return vector3.0. Let's clean the breaks. Let's create last method private vector3 get values in axis with a float parameter myFloat, which will be just returning our result in axis method with a getTransform for original vector, myFloat for changing the value, and inAxis parameter for specifying the axis we want to change. Let's change the colors. And last thing we need to change is our result vector, which now equals get values in axis, now with the remap parameter. Let's save the file and try it. Let's change our new inAxis variable with the x equals 0 and z equals 0 and press play. Let's play forward, and now we see the scale is only affecting the y-axis. So that's all. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.